I'm Johnny from Expert Boxing. Today I'm going to review the winning boxing gloves. So I've had this pair. This is my personal pair. I had it for 3 years, but I've used winning for a long time. I used it like 15 years. So if you don't know, winning is the default choice of gloves for almost all pros and actually like almost all competing amateurs. At least here in the West Coast, I feel like everybody wears winning. It's a status symbol. It's also because it's what the pros use, so everybody likes to use what the pros use. It's a solid glove. It's been the top of the game for at least 2 decades now, maybe even 3 decades. And there's a reason why, because it's just a quality glove. Japan is just a country of excellence. Everything they do is like so perfectly engineered. The way they make things are high quality. So let's just start with the gloves. I'll give you the details. 1, leather, really high quality. Stitching, really high quality. The craftsmanship is great. And I'm going to see, is this close enough? Yep. So I'm going to show you, first off, right here, this is the back. I'm going to give you this, the distinct look of winning gloves. You got this big back right here, small strip on the wrist, big strip here on the wrist. If you look at title gloves like back in 2010, like in the 2000s, almost all boxing gloves was copying this design, small strip, big strip, and then the plaque right here. They were all copying winning. If you want my opinion, they're all copying winning, doing a winning ripoff. Nowadays, you see, and then like Grant came out with the triple cuff, and then you start seeing that became the Mexican look because Grant was doing it. So if you see triple cuff, you know they're copying Grant. But then Grant changed. They start using the plastic thing, and now there's gloves doing the plastic thing. And you know why the plastic thing is there is because the commissioner, they write on the plastic, right? They get their marker to sign off the gloves at the pro fights. So anyways, there's other brands. I think Phenom is copying it. So doesn't matter. Now let's go to the front side. Okay, here we see the palm. The most distinct thing that I know it's a winning glove is the font on the 16 ounce right here. And it's kind of funny because there's other companies like, for example, Ring to Cage. They copied the font almost exactly. So this is pretty funny. Now I put this down. You can see this here. Now I want to show you this, very distinct to winning. You see this big, I'm sorry, not as big. It's very sharp, small thumb. So a lot of people say winning has the most comfortable thumb on boxing gloves. And I think it's because the thumb is sharp. It's small and it's thin. So it really feels like a glove, right? Whereas other boxing gloves, you see the thumb, it's all big and flappy. So I'm sure I don't know if you've tried like Mexican boxing gloves or certain boxing gloves, the thumb just looks like a big flap. And the reason for that, like it feels stiff or it feels like you're trapped in a cereal box or something, is because the thumb isn't shaped like a human thumb. But in winning's case, it's shaped like a human thumb, right? Also too, winning's thumb it's like a slight curve. So there's some other gloves. Let me show you. So Cleto Reyes has a straight thumb. So you see this is a Mexican glove right here. It's not Reyes, it's another glove. It's another company. I think it's like TM's. So this has a straight thumb, and then you see the winning thumb, it has a slight curve to it. So does it matter whether you have a straight thumb or curved thumb? To me, as long as you're comfortable, that's all that really matters. Some fighters may prefer one way or the other. Bottom line, winning thumb is one of the best thumbs you'll ever get. Now, what are like the 3 things that I would really set winning apart from everybody else? Aside from the quality and the name brand power and the respect and the prestige of the brand, the cushion is very soft, it's very protective. So it has a nice mix where it feels good when you hit the heavy bag, ice, 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 ice. Okay, feels very protective. You can hit dense objects and you don't feel pain in your knuckles and all that. So it really protects your hands well, but also it's soft enough that you can spar and you don't beat up your opponents, right? There are many other gloves out there that are either too soft or too stiff. That's the most common problem. Other thing about winning, even though the padding is soft, it has a nice wrist support. It has a nice wrist structure. So there is structure here, even though the padding is soft and cushioned. Some fighters may not like winning gloves because they feel like it's too pillowy or it takes away from the effect of them feeling powerful, right? Because other gloves, they have denser cushions, so when you hit, there's like more pop, more smack, right? But if you're a pro, you're a trained fighter, you don't have an ego about that. You know what you hit like. So you're more about protecting your hands for the long run, because you could be boxing 10 years, 20 years, you want to save your hands. So that to me is dumb that other people would care about that. The last thing I want to say is the inside lining. Winning has the best inside lining. I'm going to say it right now. And why is it the best for me? Because it's so easy to slide my hands in and out of the gloves, especially when I have hand wraps on. With other gloves, the lining is, maybe it feels soft, maybe it feels smooth, but for whatever reason, my hands don't slide in and out as easily. And this is a big deal because boxers, we're always putting our hands in and out, in and out. I hate having to completely loosen up all my laces and then completely tie it straight up, right? If you're using other gloves that are Velcro, you won't care because you just take off the Velcro, you put your hand in, it's not a big deal. But if you're old school style, you use lace-ups, right? This is just what a lot of pros use. You use lace-ups. It's nice when you don't have to completely loosen up the glove and your hand slides in and out very easily. So things like that to me makes like everyday use of winning gloves that much more enjoyable. It's $400 US, $300 to $400 US. This is 16-ounce training glove. They just have one model, right? It's not like 50 models. They're one model. They have the same model forever. I highly recommend it. I really like my pair, and I like it. Clean look, clean styling, great functioning. Everybody's copying it. So if you want the original, this is the original. Are there other gloves that could be as comparable to winning? Sure, there are some. You'll have to watch my other videos. I hope this helps you decide whether winning is for you. If you have questions, put it in the comments. You can also check out my winning boxing gloves. I have like a written review, so check that out. I'm John from Expert Boxing. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also check out my website, expertboxing.com. Thanks for watching.